Hi, my name is Scott. I'm from Charleston, South Carolina. I received funding on November 2nd, 2021, and I completed the evaluation in 15 days. I chose the $50,000 account because for me, I generally trade between 1 and 5 contracts, so that account size was appropriate for my trading. My trading approach can be defined as looking for supply and demand areas, using volume profile, using some Fibonacci. Try to look for areas where previous support was found or previous resistance, and using those areas to trade against. I tried Top Step in the past, and compared to that, I think OneUp has better rules and regulations for the longevity of a trader. I also like that once you become funded, you're not paying a monthly data fee, which is important, especially if you trade more than one product, energies, indices, and so forth. So that's very important. Yes, I have, and I continue to do so. If you're starting out in trading, if you want to get a basis for futures trading, I think it's a great platform. The rules and regulations are important in the evaluation. It helps you determine risk and become a long-term trader. And once you're funded, again, there's no hidden fees. You're just paying the commissions, which you pay anywhere. Beyond that, it's just up to you and what product you want to trade. So they have various products, more so than other places out there. So that's important too. If you want to trade different products, bonds, energies, metals, indices, they're all there. I haven't had any issues, but I did reach out to the support team a couple of times with just simple questions. And they got back to me very promptly, usually within an hour, if not sooner. So it's been great. Yeah, once I submitted my evaluation, probably within a day or two, I got the contract, and once I signed that, then it was another day or two, so maybe 4 or 5 days total. So yeah, it was great, smooth transition. One time I had 2 contracts on, and that was my limit, and I tried to put a stop in that, and as I was putting it in, it executed for another long, I think. And so I received a warning, and which is fair. It was my mistake, and so I did receive the warning, and they just gave me the warning and said, basically don't do it again. It's great that they do that. Gives you some leniency on the rules. Yeah, as I mentioned, I was with Top Step. I was a funded trader there for a few months, and again, some of their rules and regulations, it's not really built for the longevity of the trader. It's easier for the trader to follow those rules and stay within those parameters than some other platforms out there. Again, it comes down to, for me, the platforms they allow, which are great, and just the ease of contacting support if you need to. They have a phone number, they have an email. But yeah, it's been a great experience. I have no complaints, and being with Top Step for a while, I wouldn't go back there. I use supply and demand mostly. Just looking for areas of support and resistance and trying to trade around those. I do use some indicators. I use some momentum indicators. I use relative strength a little bit, the Williams %R, and then I have some built-in pivots that I use as well. Not amounts per se, but I want to try to maximize my profits for every trade, and keeping risk in check as you do so. So, once you're in a trade, you let the trade work for you. Yeah, I get up every morning, an hour or two before the open. I look at the Globex session, see where big buys and sells were overnight, where support and resistance was overnight. Then I look for intraday levels going back on a 5-minute, 15-minute, 1-hour chart, and I try to identify those levels, and that's kind of my plan for the day. And then I use intraday. I use the volume profile, the order flow from the DOM or the order book, and I try to trade into those levels. Yeah, I mean it's definitely helped me manage my risk better, because you have those risk parameters which are meant to protect you, and so learning those and adhering to those is very important, especially if you want to be in this for a long time. So that experience alone, sticking within those guidelines and those rules day in and day out, has helped me become a more patient trader and has helped me manage my risk. Just stick with it. It's a long process. You're always learning. There'll be mistakes. There always is. There always will be. Just managing those mistakes. But you just have to come in every day willing to learn, willing to accept that you're going to get stopped out. You're not going to have some great days. Again, you just got to keep at it, keep learning, and keep improving.